Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Stretch the Sketch and another day of 30 days of sketches. The sketch today is by Amanda Leckie, I believe. Amanda Leckie. And I really like this sketch, although I will tell you I struggled with those corner elements and finally just abandoned them. I don't know why I got so stuck on those. Really, honestly, that shouldn't have been something that was such a big deal. And normally I don't even follow the sketch 100% anyway. So I did go with the photos kind of strung across my page. And as you can see, I have stretched it into a double page layout for you today. I have 9 photos and they are printed just slightly smaller than a 3x4. And then I've also trimmed down a 3x4 card to be of the same size as the photos. And then I'm using some photo play paper, which I can't remember the name of it. It's a summery one, obviously, but it's got these awesome little flip-flops. And I am going to cut those apart and put them in between all of my photos. I am just rearranging my photos because they don't really need to be in a specific order. They're all from like the same trip, but they're not telling a timeline type of a story. So I'm trying to conveniently place them so that I'm not covering up anybody's head with a flip-flop. So that's why I kind of moved things around a little bit so that I can be mindful of the placement of people versus ephemera and embellishments. And then I am going to just cut apart this little banner of flip-flops, and I'm going to make it look like the flip-flops are hanging in between all of the photos. I was a little hesitant to do that at first because I wasn't really sure how well they would do, because they are kind of close together where the flip-flops meet up at the toe of the flip-flops. It doesn't leave a lot of space for fussy cutting, but I did make it work, and I really do like the way that it ends up coming out. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. So I don't have a lot of stickers left in the sticker sheet for this particular collection. Most of the stickers seem to be a little bit on the larger side and a bit rectangular, I guess is the best way to describe it. They're not really all rectangles, but the overall feel of them is rectangular. Like there's popsicles, but they're obviously popsicle shaped, not rectangles, but they feel like a rectangle. So I felt like this layout needed some softer elements brought in. So I did go to my die cutting machine, my Silhouette, and I cut out some big leaves. And I just cut them out of leftover green paper that was in my green, or my bin of cool colors that is just leftover scraps. And so I'm going to create a little landing place for my embellishments on the opposing corners, just like what she's got in the sketch, but they're not going to be coming in from the edge of the paper. Some of it you're not going to be able to see because I totally forgot to turn my camera on when I was starting the embellishing portion. I am actually talking to somebody on a Zoom call or something like that while I'm sitting there. That's why I'm waving my scissors around. This layout sat on my desk for, I want to say 4 days, and it wasn't all because I was stuck. It was partially because I had other things going on that needed attention. And so it really just sat here for several days. Part of it definitely was that I was overthinking those corner elements, but a lot of it was also not that. It was just life got in the way. So yeah, when it was all said and done, it really didn't take me very long to complete the layout if you just counted the actual time I was working on it, but the interrupt level was pretty high. We had some household projects that my husband needed help with that required time. We also had a fantastic epic rainstorm that did a little bit of flooding in our driveway, and we had to take care of that. So yeah, lots of little things that were just kind of unforeseen, and it took me away from creating. So I don't know if you're like this, but for me, it takes me a little bit of time to get back into it. Even, I don't know, especially when I walk away from a layout in progress, I walk away and then I'm like, I come back and go, what was I doing? unless it's something that I had a firm plan for, which obviously this one I did not have a firm plan for because those corners took me a little bit of time to decide what I was going to do with them. But but if I don't have a firm plan, it might take me a little bit of time. I might sit here and just stare at it for a few minutes before I figure it out. You know, I'm kind of out of practice of doing really well. I can't say that. I do fast layouts, but I haven't done a Facebook Live in a long time where I have to make quick decisions. And I think I'm kind of like a little rusty on making the quick decisions or something. Or maybe it's just this layout, because I don't have this problem with all of them. I do really love the end result, though. I think it looks fantastic at the end. So yeah, who knows? Okay, enough of that. I finally got all of those little flip-flops torn apart, or not torn, cut apart, and I am just going to glue down all of my photos and get them lined up so I can put a nice little piece of that favorite linen thread from Stampin' Up! To make it look like they're hanging on a clothesline or something like that. And I did consider putting some clips at the top of my photos to actually hang them on there, but once I decided to put the flip-flops on there, and the flip-flops actually have the little clothespin look to them at the toes, and so then I've decided I didn't need clips. But if I hadn't had these flip-flops, I probably would have used clips to clip them up to this, and I think it would have been really cute. But since I didn't have that, I had these flip-flops, I wanted to use them. I apologize that my big head is in the way, but I'm really trying to get over them to make sure that I have the string aligned underneath at the toe. And so, yeah, you're getting to see my hair. That's fantastic. Anyway, I do end up finishing this layout at a friend's house, and I think that's where I ended up not turning on my camera. So like I said, you don't get to see some of the embellishing. So that's why I left in some of this other portion. So you get to see this, and then I can also have some time to tell you to go and check out everyone else playing along with Stretch the Sketch. The link to the playlist is down below. And there are a bunch of people playing along with 30 days of sketches and using this same sketch, because this is also the sketch that we chose for Stretch the Sketch this month. So if they are playing along with Stretch the Sketch, they are going to be creating in a different size other than a 12 by 12. This is our monthly series where we have to create in a size other than the size the sketch is presented in. So you'll get lots of inspiration, either bigger or smaller, and then go and check out everyone who is actually using the sketch just for its own purpose or just as a jumping off point, because that's kind of, you know, what sketches are designed for. So anyway, here is my layout with the leaves. I cut them out pretty big. They're just some, I think they're oak leaves, and they're just the silhouette of an oak leaf in the green paper. I did ink up the edges with my green blending brush. I didn't actually put any additional ink on my blending brush. I just used whatever ink was on there. And then I did cut out the words Lake Squad and that life jacket. I cut those out on my silhouette as well, and those are from Creative Fabrica. I will try to link the cut files down below for those. I did have to kind of modify the life jacket because it wasn't all one piece, but and then I also had to weld the letters together for Lake Squad because they come overlapping, but they're not actually welded. So I will link those in case you're interested in those as well. And then I am just placing some wood veneer pieces from MK's shop, and these are some older pieces. I don't know if she still has them in the shop, but I will link them up if she does. There were some fishing hooks, and then I pulled out this fishing set. I'm going to use a fishing pole and a fish out of it and a fish out of another set, and add those to my layout. And then I've got this wood veneer piece that says lake something down at the bottom, in the bottom left hand corner. I love the addition of the wood veneer, so pulling those in. And I don't have a ton of lake photos, but I've got a lot of lake related wood veneer, so I thought this was the perfect time to use it. I probably have access to a lot of lake photos because they go to the lake quite often. This is the family I take care of. And they are on their vacation at their friend's lake house. And so they do have a lot of lake photos. I just don't have them all. I could probably ask for them though, huh? So anyway, I'm trying to get more photos of them doing things with other, like their family and friends, rather than, just me and the kids, because that's what their scrap should include, everybody in their life. So yeah, that's what this is all about. And then that Lake Squad cut apart or cut file comes with the little hearts, and it comes with the little arrow with the heart and everything, and the little splash lines. So again, I'll link it down below in case you're interested in that. I think I'm just about done. I'm just peeling off the top of the wood veneer. Has a masking over it so that it protects it from the laser from scorching it or anything like that. So you got to peel the top off your wood veneer if you have any wood veneer from MK. And then it is adhesive backed, and you can just peel that off also. So that's what I was doing there. Here's another fish that I pulled in, just trying to finish off the lines, especially where that upper, I think the upper right one, I'm going to add another fish hook to it. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. I don't know. I thought about putting that bucket of fish up there, but it was too big for the spot. But I thought it was really cute. I did end up putting a fishing hook up or maybe it's not a hook. I don't know what they're called. I'm so terrible. I don't know anything about fishing, you guys. No, it's like a lure or something like that, right? On that upper right-hand photo. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed it, you guys. I apologize for being such a dork about it. And look, it says Lake Vibes. How cute is that? Thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this one, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys again real soon with another video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.